Hello everyone, this is Fantasy Ask and welcome back to Season 4 of Luminous Clan in ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan generator game. When we left off in the previous episode, our mouse prince aged up into a warrior, got his name and title that he deserves after surviving apprenticehood, and we made a new match between the mouse prince and Tornfern, who was not too long ago broken up with by Howl Falcon. And I said that I would be playing off camera until we got a pregnancy notice, which means, guys, that the whole reason we're back is because we have exactly that. Now, I am going to quickly go over some notes I took for like the major events while you were away, and then we can continue with what's been happening in the clan. So it was Moon 215 when we left off. On Moon 217, Magpie Heart retired from the position of deputy. Sunchill was promoted to deputy. Not two murderous cats now, you know, the murderous leader and now the murderous deputy. Tornfern was promoted to medicine cat, and Howl Falcon entered politics as a mediator. Now it is Moon 219, so it's been 4 moons since we left, and basically the only major things that happened was the political rankings because Magpie Heart decided that he was going to retire. I don't think politics is something that is too much for him. I think he would rather leave things in the hands of his sister and other cats, and he kind of wants to relax. And now, like I said, our 2 murderous cats are the ones leading the clan. Somehow, we are still persevering in this age of peace, which I'm very surprised by. But hey, now let's go into events. Obviously, we're not going to the leader's den because I've already skipped a moon. We're just going to continue from here. So let's see what's been going on. With the additional focus of the clan, 3 pieces of prey and 2 herbs were gathered. Lupine Star barges in front of Whimsy Clan's leader at the gathering, cutting them off and insisting that Lupine Star be the first to deliver news. Whimsy Clan relations have worsened, and the notice, the whole reason we're here, is because Tornfern announced that she is expecting kids. She dares any cat to force her into that stuffy old nursery, and to her delight, no cat tries to. Maybe next moon, but not now. Howl Falcon travels to Shade Clan to resolve some recent personal disputes, which is wonderful. And I wanted to really quickly take a look at the relationship between Tornfern and Mousestripe, because once we had the promotions and Howl Falcon, became the mediator, then we could mediate between Tornfern and Mousestripe. So obviously we're not going to need to do any more mediation because she's already pregnant, but I just wanted to see the state of their relationship since I feel like that kind of happened off camera. So as you can see, Tornfern and Mousestripe don't really have strong feelings for one another. Tornfern considers Mousestripe to be a friend of hers, but Mousestripe doesn't exactly feel the same about Tornfern. In his mind, this is just an arrangement that the clan has made, and he is abiding by that arrangement. Tornfern has been putting an effort into this, but I think she feels the same. She's kind of glad that at least she was able to befriend the cat she was paired with, but I don't think she was able to feel the same about him the way that she did with Howl Falcon. So neither of these cats are actually in love with each other. This is just a convenient relationship for the clan that they have managed to fulfill. Now, I don't know going forward if they are going to stay together and build something from this, or if they are going to very quickly kind of separate now that they have kind of served their purpose. So that's the state of affairs over here. But, Howl Falcon is feeling great because Howl Falcon, he's happy for them. He couldn't really picture having kittens with Tornfern. So, he's in a strange position if you think about it, because he was here in the middle having to mediate between his mentor and his apprentice, like a relationship between the 2 of them. So in that sense, it is very odd, but yeah, they have managed to give the clan what the clan needs. So Lupine Star is very happy with Tornfern and Mousestripe, and everyone else is as well. Okay, Medicine Cat End. Let's take a look. Tornfern gathered Goldenrod, Tansy, and Horsetail this moon. With the additional focus of the clan, the following herbs were gathered: 1 blackberry and 1 marigold. Now let's go through and see relationships. Stonespeck thinks that Tornfern prioritizes other cats' issues instead of Stonespeck's chronic ones. Stonespeck shares a joke about a neighboring clan with Sunchill. Cloudfur always makes time to listen to one of Stonespeck's stories. Cloudfur apologizes to Mousestripe, but Mousestripe doesn't know why. Magpie Heart has to help Lupine Star stop choking on a huge bone. Lupine Star is able to work together with Hal Falcon. Magpie Heart learns a helpful skill from Lupine Star. Magpie Heart sees the blood of Fresh Kill on Mousestripe's paws and feels a prickle of discomfort. Sunchill explains what a joke means to Mousestripe. Sunchill gets a bunch of cats up from morning stretches, they don't like it. Mousestripe makes a small sacrifice that benefits Sunchill. Tornfern saw Magpie Heart the other day but didn't get a chance to meow hello. Tornfern always takes food to Hal Falcon. Look at that. They're still maintaining, the friendship they had from before they were mates. And I think Tornfern especially is continuing to make efforts with Hal Falcon. But Hal Falcon, I feel like, would be treating it very much as, this is just a friendly thing. The way we used to be beforehand, before things got complicated. But I'm not entirely sure whether Tornfern has moved on from him or whether she's still holding out hope for him. I mean, it's also good to, consider that she never actually fell in love with him, so I don't know if there is something truly on her end or if she's just clinging to what she thought they would become. I don't know. Hal Falcon is baffled by something Sunchill says about religion. Mousestripe had a spat with Hal Falcon over a piece of prey on the Fresh Kill pile. Now these two have always kind of gotten along with each other, but the fact that they are now having a bit of a spat over prey when Tornfern was, before this incident, taking food to Hal Falcon, I wonder, even though Mousestripe and Tornfern I don't think they're possessive of each other in that way, because like I said, they don't see each other as, romantic partners per se. It's an arrangement that was made that they're abiding by. So there's no feelings that I think are involved between the two of them other than convenience. But I wonder if now that Tornfern is pregnant, Mousestripe is getting a little bit territorial over his pregnant mate. And so he doesn't like the fact that his pregnant mate is, delivering food to Hal Falcon. And that's why he's having a fight over prey with Hal Falcon. That's kind of fascinating. But okay, that's all we have for events. So let me cut the recording here and we'll continue with the cat list. Okay, let's take a look at the cat list. First up, we have loyalties. Nothing has really changed in loyalties. Lupine Star has still been unable to turn Stonespeck into a loyalist of hers. That aside, I was looking through the relationships and I noticed some interesting things with some of our cats. The first one was with Tornfern. Tornfern, along with Cloudfur, now hates Magpie Heart. And I was trying to figure out, why would she hate Magpie Heart? And I think what's happened is that Tornfern has misunderstood something. Even though she doesn't hold it against Hal Falcon for breaking up with her, I think Tornfern feels as though Magpie Heart must have said something to Hal Falcon, must have expressed his discomfort with their pairing, which influenced Hal Falcon to reconsider their match and break it off with her. Now, she doesn't know that Magpie Heart and Hal Falcon had a disagreement over his decision to break up, and the Magpie Heart actually wanted Hal Falcon to stay together with Tornfern. I think she's misunderstanding something, but because she can't take it out on Hal Falcon, she's taking it out on her cousin Magpie Heart, who is, Hal Falcon's father. So that was one thing. The other thing was with the Magpie Heart, who actually hates Sunchill. And of course, we know why this is. It's because Magpie Heart knows that Sunchill killed Daisy Quake. Yes, it was an accident. Yes, Magpie Heart hasn't told anyone else. But I still think the grief of losing... Jeez, my brother just started vacuuming. I'm so sorry if you guys can hear that. I might have to wait until he's done. as I was saying, the grief of losing his cousin was too much for McLeod to overcome, and for that reason I think he has been unable to forgive Sunchill for that grievous mistake that he made in messing with the toxic herbs and killing, what was his name? I was just talking about him! Daisy Quake. There we go. Killing Daisy Quake. So that's what we have for the changes to the relationships that I wanted to point out. But okay, since we don't have any mediation to do, let's just go through and see what everyone's doing for the day. Lupine Star is thinking about a strange two-leg object she saw recently. Sunchill saw a big scary dog today. Tornfern wishes she had an extra set of paws. Hal Falcon is upset with the leader over a border dispute gone wrong. Normally, he gets along very well with his aunt, I feel like, because she gives him a lot of preferential treatment. But that's kind of interesting, that he is having a disagreement with his aunt over a border dispute. And this is funny because I think in the last episode, on the final patrol he had with Hal Falcon and Mousepaw, before Mousepaw, like in the last episode, before Mousepaw became a warrior, I'm pretty sure they had a diplomatic patrol where someone else's apprentice had crossed the border onto our lands, and Hal Falcon kind of told the apprentice off and ushered them back to their clan. And I'm pretty sure the apprentice was in absolute tears. So Hal Falcon obviously feels very strongly about chasing away intruders, whereas maybe Lupine Star is a bit more, I don't know if accepting is the right word, but she feels as though certain things are more important than others, and she's not going to hound other cats for doing something when it was like just a mistake. It was an innocent mistake, you know? So I think Hal Falcon feels as though maybe his aunt at times needs to have a bit of a backbone when it comes to things like this, because it's going to prevent issues in the future. But also I feel like Hal Falcon would be very protective over their food resources, and he would feel as though other clans might take advantage of them if they allow them to keep crossing. Mousestripe is finding the buzzing of cicadas annoying. Stonespeck is complaining about her nest being too rough. Cloudfur purrs as a cool breeze hits her, and Magpie Heart tells the best stories. So that's all we have for the cat list. So let me cut the recording here and we'll continue with patrols. Okay, thankfully it seems as though we don't really have to worry about prey this time around because we have 24.9, we only need 18.5. So let's send out our medicine cat first of all. Tornfern. Greenleaf is truly the best time of year to be a medicine cat. With a world so full of flowers and green growth, Tornfern heads out to gather fresh goldenrod for the stores. If luck is on her side, there might be some marigold she can add to her storages as well. So proceed. The many stems of goldenrod surround Tornfern as she works, snipping off some stems and clumps of tiny yellow flowers to bring back to Luminous Clan's herb stores. Her delight grows at seeing how much she collected, and it grows stronger still when she is able to carefully pluck some marigold as well, which she had made sure not to get her hopes up of finding. Perhaps StarClan is being kind this season. Goldenrod and marigold were gathered. I feel like Tornfern has been in a really good mood lately. I mean, we are now in Greenleaf, she's expectant, she's finding all these wonderful herbs. Things are going good. And hopefully this is going to be a good omen for the kittens to come. And now, let's send out Mousestripe, Sunchill, and Lupine Star on a patrol and see what they get up to. The patrol comes across a large rat. Proceed. The patrol works together to block off the rat's possible escape routes, and Lupine Star closes in for the kill. The cats congratulate each other, and Sunchill remarks that so often hunting is about cooperation and keeping a good ratitude. So a medium amount of prey is brought to camp, which is wonderful. We now have 46.5, so we are definitely not hurting for food. But okay guys, with that said and done, I am going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.